Okay, this is Noel back, People's Media. We're out here in Anaheim by the trail of the 91 in Harbor, and with a lady here. That's what's your name?
Justine.
Justine. Okay, and tell me what happened to you. Why are you here now at this point?
I don't know. Life kind of kicked my ass for the last time, and I couldn't really hang anymore. So I took to drugs, meth specifically, and while it led to like a lot of stuff falling apart, like my job and relationship, home, I don't know. Part of me feels like it saved my life a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. And that's part of the problem situations that people get into, and a lot of issues out here, right? Different issues.
There's like one common thing amongst all of us that I personally feel or felt that I've seen is there's usually one huge like traumatic event, the catalyst to what led to all of this, and it's usually a pretty gnarly story.
Yeah, so, and what was your life prior to this?
I was a credentialing specialist for a large pharmacy benefits management company. I would check the credentials of independent pharmacies, making sure they had all the proper licensing. I was making good money, great benefits, financially independent. I had a lot of the things that I wanted because of that job.
So what got you to the depression and then getting into drugs?
The pressure and stress of the job. I was the youngest person in my department. I was also the least educated when it came to degrees. But I knew the most. I taught myself everything that I knew. I had that go-get-em attitude to the point where I got hired before the 2-year minimum requirement for temps before they could be hired. I got hired within 9 months. I was going to be chosen for another department that was a pay grade above my current one at the time. And the only reason that I wasn't chosen was because the other candidate had experience in that particular department, which they later turned around 3 months and went to another company. So it was kind of like shaking my fist at him.
Yeah, and then that led to the depression, and then
and it affected my home life, and there was already stress at home when it came to building a family and whatnot. And the culmination of everything was, my job was falling apart. I couldn't keep it together. I was having panic attacks and blackouts from my panic attacks. I was getting uncontrollable. My depression was getting to the point where I was, I would say suicidal, because I would contemplate how I would, do it, or even practice gestures and how I would do it. And it was not good.
Is it hard out here to get back on your feet in the streets?
Well, personally, as far as resources go, there is a lot of help out there. It's just, I think, there's an abundance of the easy stuff, like food and toiletries or donations of clothes. There's no shortage of that. And that's definitely something we all need, and it's greatly appreciated and loved every time we utilize it. It's just, there needs to be more specific care to individuals in order to actually pull them off of the street. Mm-hmm. Like a social worker or even a group of fellow homeless people that are working together with maybe one social worker, that are encouraging each other to get to their appointments and do what they got to do. And there is a lot of people out here that help each other. Mm-hmm. It's just most of the time we're not helping each other in the best of ways.
Yeah. And what about the liaison team or any outreach team here that?
They are pretty good when it comes to, again, those common resources. I think because there's a limited number of programs out there that actually get people off of the street through housing and sobriety and all that, I think we're not seeing the ideal results as far as the numbers going down in homelessness as quickly as we'd like them to, because there aren't enough either nonprofits or people working for them or what have you, or enough funding for them to fill the need.
Yeah, what would you think, like something like this here as a camping ground? Because there's no...
That's been discussed by a lot of homeless people, not just here, but all over Anaheim, and it's like hoped for. They're really hoping that something like that happens, where if there was just a place where they could use a restroom at any given time, or have showers or water available to them at any given time.
Right, because that's the essential that really needed here.
And there may be some people that could do it and get off the street and put a lot of this behind them, or maybe they'll have to come back. And it's a more ideal situation for those who aren't gung-ho about a program. If you're struggling with mental health issues and dependency on drugs, you're trying to find a balance, and you're trying to find where you best fit in. Some people don't ever put certain things away, and become maybe occasional users or what have you. And they can still function, but they'll never get over whatever it is that they're coping with.
It's just a struggle. And and out here it's pretty much a struggle, living day to day, especially when you're getting pushed from one end to the other. And there should be more outreach out here as housing is concerned. Just a structure like an open field here.
I think it was
would be ideal.
The OC, what do you call it? It's not the Register, it's the other one, Weekly.
The Weekly,
They had done a study, or they had information on a study that said if Orange County just housed the homeless population, it would cut down significantly the amount of money that's spent on immediate care or emergency care for, because of our surroundings. Living outside, you're subject to the elements, you're more likely to get sick or infection. There's the risk of being harmed by, other persons for whatever reason. You don't have shelter, you don't have that security.
Right. And then your confiscation of stuff that gets taken and you have to replace it.
I've had everything that I own taken, except for what I happen to literally have physically on me. And it's not just, fellow homeless people taking from each other. It's law enforcement, You're not allowed to have stuff.
No.
You're not allowed to be homeless around here. It's against the law. You don't have anywhere to sleep because the parks close at a certain time. Everywhere public closes at a certain time. You can't... You have to either keep moving or hide, pretty much.
Right, so they're actually criminalizing homelessness.
I really don't know of anywhere where you can be homeless safely. Unless it's a shelter, which aren't year-round. And they're really not as safe as you would think.
Yeah, there's only one here for the whole county, except for the courtyard, which I don't call that a shelter because it's a bus depot.
Yeah.
So it's just, something that we're trying to do here is trying to come up with solutions. And part of one of the solutions is opening up spots for camping grounds. because there's a lot of resistance and a lot of people go into shelters because there's no privacy. At least out here, you can have your privacy in your tent. And as a community, I think you guys kind of do pretty good. That's what I've seen.
We try. We really try. Just like any community, people come and go. So, you deal with neighbors that maybe you don't find ideal. The best thing about camping is you can pick up your home and move it somewhere else.
Right. All right. And your name again?
Justine.
Justine. Thank you, Justine.
No worries.
And good luck. We'll keep fighting for you people out here, that we'll get some solution here that will come out soon.
I hope so.
Thank you.
Thanks.